We're back. 2022 Lone Star Major. I'm Matty Marshall. Got Isaac Barrow from Paintball Nerd up here, former world champ with the Los Angeles Ironman, and Paintball legend Rich Telford, coach of New York Extreme. Got an awesome set coming up here. It's going to be San Diego Dynasty taking on Houston Heat, along with LA Infamous and Uprising. And man, what a great day of paintball so far. A couple more sets left in the prelims in the Pro Division. We're going to have the Kids Championship, along with Mechanical 5-Man. And then find out who's going to be playing each other on Sunday. As the top 10 teams move on, don't want to catch that wild card booth. Stoked to be there on Sunday, but you're going to need to win 4 games to win the tournament. San Diego Dynasty dropped their very first game yesterday. Only played one yesterday because of the weather. They dropped it to Infamous. It was a pretty close match, though. They really picked it up. Completely obliterated Notorious. That's the first beating that Notorious has taken as a pro team, and it was courtesy of the Dragon. Isaac, what do you think? Dynasty, Heat, who do you got in this one?
I'm going to take Dynasty because I don't like to bet against Dynasty ever.
Rich, what do you got?
I think Dynasty, but I'll take Houston Heat.
Just for sake of argument.
Just for sake of argument.
Jumping into point number 1, looks like taking some ground is Archie Montemayor.
Told you guys.
Trying to take some ground here east side. They're going to be losing Chris Shear as well, too, so not a great break for Dynasty. Tucked in the pocket, stuck there.
This game's over.
Greenspan's going to, and it looks like Alex Frazier also shot
5
as
on
well.
2.
Houston Heat just obliterating people here off the break.
Guys, I called it. I told you.
I'm
Houston
still not
Heat was
going to bet
win.
against Dynasty. We got Ryan and Marcelo, so hey, who would you like to cheer for?
Those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Well, Chad George now calling up here is with all those bodies coming off so quick. Houston Heat, do they have the count? And it doesn't look like it's going to matter, as Coach Kevin Bretther had seen enough.
I've seen enough.
So Houston
First point
Heat,
there for Houston Heat.
yeah, real quick one. That was a 29-second point. Sorry, a 39-second point here. That's one of the quickest points we've seen all weekend. So Dynasty spotting Houston Heat 1. No real mistakes there. It was just Houston Heat shooting lasers off the break.
Yeah.
Well, Dynasty's going to drop 2 right away, and then they're going to adjust. You know, that's how they do it.
So Dynasty sitting at 1-1. Houston Heat with a victory over Uprising. They also had to delay a game. So they'll be closing out the day against Infamous. And also big shout out to Pate Smith Law, providing $500 for the best play. It's probably going to be going to Clay Hughes, the Ironman, winning the game with a 4-pack run through at the very closing seconds of the very beginning of the tournament, essentially. And then $1,000 at stake. They specialize in representing people, insurance claims against companies. So
5 on 4 advantage.
They are your guys.
5 on 4 advantage for Infamous, Matt. Infamous also takes that Dorito 3 and Snake 2 with Jonah.
You know, we haven't seen Patient since that potential injury, and it's just been nothing but Jonah Jamrose, and he's been playing well.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, Jonah's been looking good. Patient was looking pretty good, too. You know, Infamous is just, Travis Szymanski's looking across the field, and all the roster that he has is like, okay, who are going to be my guys? Who's going to be the heroes? I need a couple of you guys to step up and become elite if we want to win some tournaments, because it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't think they need to pick up anyone new. They just need one of their guys to step up and be the elite guy.
Yep.
And if somebody doesn't, then they need to pick somebody up. But we're not there quite there yet, you know?
Well, they got a lot of depth still on the roster. They've got a lot of good players. They got a lot of potential on people who could step up and be that leader for them. They just need to get some time together and figure out who those guys are going to be.
So Jonah, very athletic in a good spot, took some ground early, and now he's going to go right to the 50-yard line. He's got a body behind him.
If I'm completely honest, I was a bigger fan of Jonah's when his mom used to make us cookies. I still like him. I still think he's good. I just not as much.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Got good support right behind him there. Snake 1 over the top. Put a lot of pressure on the Uprising guys. Uprising in the spot. Dorito can, center tower. Dorito tower now eliminated. 3 on 5 advantage for Infamous. Great communication from Infamous. Joe Barrett talking, shooting really well from that Snake 1. Again, still standing over the top, gets another kill. Uprising down to 2, 2 on 5. 5 people for Infamous. Now applying pressure to the 2 Uprising players left alive. Jonah is in Uprising Snake now.
Here comes Borromeo, is going to come over for Uprising, and he trades out with Jonah. Not going to matter, though. Joe Barrett right behind him. Brett Messer, who's had some really good points. He's earned some playing time as a gun turret in the middle of the field here for Infamous. He actually gets the starting nod. Brusselback staying alive and getting some penetration on that D side. So nice solid first point The Los Angeles Infamous.
Got to feel good for Brett getting that starting lineup.
And also Sam Silberg over there as well, too, as the pickup coming over, getting picked up from Level. He was one of the best players on the team. So, yeah, like you talked about, right? I agree with you, Isaac. I don't think that Infamous needs anything else than that they have. What they need is for those guys to, just emerge as elite threats. Each one of those guys have been at different points in time, right? I mean, Sam Silberg was emerging as an elite threat for Level. Jonah's a younger guy. He's dealt with some injuries. Patient, retired for a little bit, came back. Looks like he just got hurt. Thomas Taylor's been an elite threat over the years, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You just need 2 or 3 of you to do it 70% of the time throughout a tournament for us to ride that to victory. Jumping in here, Houston Heat, San Diego Dynasty. Better break for Dynasty in this one.
Yeah, 5 alive. Archie now in the Snake 1. Houston Heat into that Dorito 3, though, Matt. Ryan Greenstand's following up Archie into the Snake insert. Blake Yarbrough inside of them. 3-man connect on the Snake side for Dynasty with Archie, Ryan, and Blake.
Yeah, so Fedorov all the way into D3 pretty quick here for Houston Heat. And Houston Heat with a good crossfield spread. Dynasty not quite up as far on that D side.
No, definitely more defensive posture, Matt.
Not even in the Doritos yet. So that's a great, pretty aggressive break, though, for Heat, even with the lead. Still a ton of time left to go, 13:33. Looking over the shoulders here, San Diego Dynasty. But you can see kind of trapped in this can right now, here on the Dorito side, feeling a lot of pressure. Houston Heat shooting their guns nicely. Chad George talking it up in Snake 1. Archie still chilling. He's going to get leapfrogged by Ryan Greenspan, who had a hell of a point in their first game today.
Yeah, Ryan's the gift that keeps on giving. Ryan goes right from the insert. He's boogieing up to the Snake 50. He's going to look to get some kills from there. 5 alive for both squads, but Houston Heat in better positions. I don't think they know that.
Not
Ryan's
anymore.
In the 50 Snake.
Sorry, Rich. Not anymore, though. As Greenspan crawled into the 50. It's getting proactive in there. Look down the sideline real quick, and then now looking inside, see if he can get any kills, and then realizing, don't really have a shot on anybody, so I'm going to set a trap, fall back, and then looks like Chad George falls back as well, too.
Yeah, he counters that with his own retreat. Greenstand right backed up by Archie and Blake inside of him, so 3-man connection over here, basically 3-on-1 against Chad George with a little assist on Tyler Harmon from the spot. Marcelo trying to lock down the D side from the back center. He can keep him from going that 50 wing over there. Chris Shear just in the corners, trying to stay alive for on the Drill side for Dynasty.
Great communication from both squads right now, feeling each other out. Houston Heat with this lead. But Dynasty with some great field position here. Ooh, looks like Greenspan is going to continue his displacement and retreat back to Snake 1 to get another angle. But the best Snake players have been very proactive in this spot. They're not just getting to one position and focusing on that, getting tunnel vision on one angle. No, they're being very proactive all over the place. And then if you keep doing that and you keep popping up in different positions, your enemies are thinking, wow, how many bodies are in the Snake right now? Because I saw a guy in Snake 1. There's also a dude in Snake 2. I thought we had a body at the 50-yard line. I don't know where to put my gun right now.
They've got at least 8 guys.
Did they start with 6?
Feeling very uncomfortable right now.
Chad George has gone all the way back to the insert bunker here.
Archie just not gunfighting with Chad.
Nope.
He wants him to.
Yep. Archie's just staying alive, using his vision up over the top, trying to figure out where the bodies are.
And with as good as all these teams have gotten, especially when you see a Dynasty Heat battle, you're watching Sunday Paintball on Saturday right now.
Yeah, and again, no extra charge. That's included in the price. This is where the part in the point where teams start to get a little frustrated, right? And somebody's going to make a mistake. It's either going to be one of the Houston guys or one of the Dynasty guys is going to be like, listen, we've got to make this move. I got to kind of force this a little bit. And the longer the point goes, the more chance that has of happening. And that's exactly what you're trying to do. If you're Houston Heat, you're trying to force Dynasty to make a mistake because they're down a point here. If you're Dynasty, you're hoping Houston Heat's like makes a mistake. Chad George tried to run down the Snake or something.
Everyone's just having conversations with each other.
Yep, talking about where the spots are, what they're doing.
Yeah, variables, lanes, who's shooting where, which way they're looking. This is a graduate level paintball right now.
Ryan Greenspan snaps across the field to the Dorito 1. Oh, Ryan got caught.
Oof, not good.
Not sure if it's from the Dorito or from Tyler, but he got eliminated.
Yeah, great kill here for Houston Heat. So they have the advantage yet again. Got advantage on the bodies, advantage on the numbers, and on the board too. So
here comes Archie. A lot of times it's the second guy who wins the snake battle. If Ryan can't get it done, maybe Archie can. Sneaks from the snake 1 to snake 2, talking to Blake. Chad George is trying to shoot back at where Archie was, trying to get Archie to engage so he can figure out where Archie's at. Archie's working on an inside shot on Tyler Harmon.
Yeah, Tyler Harmon at the kind of the can of death. It's been a really rough spot, that Spot Bunker. That's our insurance company. We actually had the president of Spot Insurance up here for a set. And I've never met that dude. I'm not just saying that because they're the sponsor of the league. I like that guy. He was a straight shooter.
Dude, he coolest insurance guy I've ever talked to in my life.
Yeah, he did not seem like an insurance guy.
Oh, that's a bad def from Fedorov right there. 5-on-4 advantage for Houston Heat, and Fedorov takes the walk, and now it's a 4-on-4. Ooh, Houston Heat might be struggling with the paint. He's got his barrel off, and his hopper is empty. But still got to stay alive. Even if your gun's not working, that's even more of a reason to stay alive. Shouldn't be gunfighting if you have a gun that doesn't work. Marcelo is in the spot looking inside. Chris Shear's got the same angle on the D side. Blake and Archie are talking and working over your snake side. 4-on-4. Chad George almost gets Blake.
Little displacement here for Archie as he gets back into snake 1.
Yeah, I'd like Tyler to get closer to Chad George. Get into that wing where he can protect him.
Yeah,
talk to him.
It's such a tough spot, even for Tyler Harmon, kind of best in class in this situation. It's still just a really tough spot because it's so easy to put him in.
Yeah, you can bounce it in on him. You can put him in from the heads up from the gunfight, but you can also bounce it off the snake insert into his spot.
Yeah, I do like that wedge. I mean, we had Marcelo up here, and he was talking about how fundamental that wedge is. So you see, so Dynasty's in that wedge. So Heat's with Tyler. I mean, they have a body in the tower as well too with Smith, but Smith's been totally focused towards that D side pretty much the entire point. We're down to 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 54 seconds left.
Well, it's a pretty high-scoring game, right? What is it?
A big old fat 1-0 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, this is graduate level paintball.
Sunday paintball.
Deep water.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, this is an important game for Dynasty. They have one loss, so it's like they can't afford to have any screw-ups here.
No, yeah, absolutely. They definitely cannot. And Heat still has one more, and they're playing Infamous, and Infamous it also looks pretty good. So.
Yeah, it's just going to get spicier and spicier as the afternoon goes on. So Chad George really, being proactive, going inside and outside, looking to engage with people, but not looking to risk getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Just enough pressure.
Yeah, I like where Blake's at. Talking it up. He's been really focused on trying to keep Chad George honest over here. Chad George with another move back.
Ooh, almost gets caught there from Blake. Oh, he does get caught.
Oh, he does. Nice
wow,
there.
Blake. Way to step up, Blake Yarbrough. Make that kill.
And then here comes Archie. Archie sees that, not feeling the lack of pressure. He's going to get into that 50. He definitely still has to. I was going to say he has to worry still. There's still bodies looking this way, and Archie goes into a gun. A little bit too much there from Archie.
3-on-3, Matty.
Little high running.
But Marcelo, seizing that moment, is able to get into good position. So they still have another attacker over here. It's Marcelo Margot.
Yeah, Marcelo's out of clips. He does make an amazing move to get into that snake. Betty's wishing he had an extra pot on his back right now.
Yeah, Chris Shear's been at that can on the D side pretty much this entire point.
And he's out of paint.
And content to kind of gunfight from that spot. So
yeah,
it does seem the play was push snake side, hold D side.
Island ball, Dreer side, attack snake side. And again, Houston Heat, just consummate professionals here, just sitting in their bunkers, communicating, looking, not necessarily shooting, but watching the zones. Marcelo now third attacker through the snake for Dynasty.
Also out of paintballs.
Yes.
Yeah, long point here as we're down to under 6 minutes to go.
Blake shifts over to the God.
Great shift there. And Marcelo can get up in that 50 snake. They don't even know he's there. Let's see if he can produce a kill out of there.
Maybe he can kill his Play the Game podcast brother.
It is an interesting matchup here as we have the Play the Game podcast crew. It's Marcelo versus Tyler in a crucial moment in this tournament.
And Tyler Harmon comes up strong, gets the kill on Mark. Dynasty down.
Ronnie Dizon, though, he's yelling across field. He gets a shot on Shear, so it's not looking good for Dynasty here.
3-on-1.
Yeah, I was going to say, look for the concession. Wow. And Houston Heat going to go up by 2 with 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. Dynasty's last game is against Uprising. So they do have a win, and it was a huge win against Notorious, and that +6 is massive because even if Dynasty drops this game against Houston Heat, if they can put up a number against Uprising and go that 2-2, because the games have been close, as long as they can keep this one close, then they'll still move on. But they might have to catch a wild card round, which means if they're going to win the tournament, they have to win 4 games in order to win the tournament. So we'll see. Still a lot of paintball to play, though. We're in the pits with Houston Heat. Let's check it out.
It looked like he shot you straight off. He backed up a little bit super high.
Hey, load him up! Hey, Team Paintball, Houston Heat!
Chad George is very focused on cleaning his goggles right now.
Give me my 5!
Uprising digging out to the Dorito corner, Snake 1. 5 alive for both teams. Nope, Uprising is their first attacker, Snake side, Matt. Oh,
yeah,
it's like
return to Tommy Tucker, but he catches one early, but so does Jonah Jamro. So the attackers on the Snake side both coming off early for both these squads. 4 on 4. Uprising looking a little antsy in their bunkers. I like it, though, trying to be proactive and want to make a move. Graham Arnold's going to get out of that spot can.
Infamous 4-on-3 advantage here.
And they get a body out wide, a little bit wider, not completely wide. D side, but better than that back center. Doesn't have a lot of angles in that back center. So both teams have lost 2 because Cali Rudolph's walking off. And I think that's Scotty.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's Knight. So it's a 3-on-3 situation. No one really in a better field position necessarily. Well, sorry, actually Infamous has moved with Sam Silberg all the way up. Oh, but they lose Thomas Taylor. So it's a 2-on-3, but Infamous has Silberg, I think that's Silberg, all the way at the 40-yard line on the D side.
Ryan Hall in the wing here, Snake side. Uprising does have a body advantage. Not sure if they know where the 2 players for Infamous are.
But it's Infamous with the lead. So it will be up to Uprising to push into these guns.
If they do know that they're, whether they're up or down, I guess on bodies, they need to go forward. But I don't think they know it's a 3-on-2 right now. Oh, 3-on-1, Matt.
Ryan Hall takes the walk.
Yeah, tough out there for Ryan, but they're
call
down a
for
body.
forward.
He's just trying to head check, and that's just great zones right there from Uprising. Graham Arnold seizes the opportunity here, knows the situation, knows there's only one body left alive. Good read here from Arnold. Comes across, gets the kill on Sam, and that is going to do it. Going to sprint in, hit that buzzer. We got a tie ball game right now. So now going to jump into this next one here, Houston Heat and Dynasty.
All right, Rich, who you got for this point?
Oh, for this point?
For this point.
The San Diego team.
He got shot at the break.
Looking in the pits with Uprising.
I think Houston Heat's going to play too defensively here. I think they should play a little more offensively because that's not what Dynasty expects. I think Dynasty's going to get a kill on the break and then hammer down.
Yeah, they called Ilya.
Tom, can we make it alive anywhere like God, or should we turn it up into the Vipers?
Hey, you can just go Viper up the top.
Okay, Scotty, let's have you go Viper, okay?
That's an interesting question from your coach, Coach Omrod. Hey, you think we can make it alive anywhere, or
Anywhere at all?
I like how he delivered it too. It wasn't saying it in a mean way. He's just like, hey, bud, you think we can make it alive? Look, speaking of making it alive, Fedorov getting eaten up, trying to get some and take some ground. Actually, he's trying to take a lot of ground over on that D side.
Yeah, too big a bite over there. You can take a big bite over there, but you got to go outside in. Dynasty 5 bodies alive. No urgency. Got Ryan and Marcel in the back.
Alex Frazee making it outside wide. Snake side, gets in the insert bunker, crawls up through the gap. Gets the Snake 1, probably just keep going.
See if Chad Jordan matches him.
Alex is in there getting sneaky.
Not yet. Chad George still chilling at the Aztec, but they have a lead and Dynasty doesn't. There's only 4:20 left, so
Alex almost just shot Ryan Dizon out of that Dorito side can. Ronnie now calls where Alex is at. Ryan fills in behind Alex. Two-man attack over here for for Dynasty. Chad and Tyler playing a little more conservative. Oh, I like Tyler much better in that position. He's going to have a lot better job controlling the snake in that wedge than he was back in that can.
Yeah, I like him way better there, too, because I can't think of a better person I'd rather have at that wedge shutting the snake side
100%.
down than Tyler Harmon.
And it's such a crucial bunker.
And it's just harder to put him in than it is when he's back at that can. And also he could launch, too, because he's so offensive when he wants to be.
Yeah, and he can still feel crossed into the snake from there as well.
Yeah, so I think that's a good place for him to be to try to hold off the attack here from Frazier. Greenspan in behind Frazier. Alex Frazier at the 50-yard line here for San Diego Dynasty. They need 2 to tie. 3:30 left to go. Houston Heat holding the line. Bend don't break moment for them. And down a body. So no one on that D side at all.
Marcelo shifts over to the spot.
Right, Greenspan, little head check down the tape there. Tyler getting a little proactive, going over the top there in that wing. Here comes Marcelo matching up with Tyler. Marcelo might be looking to drop the hammer by going through the middle.
Marcelo sees something.
Yeah, he was thinking about it. Blake Yarber's going to go all the way over to the D side.
Back to where Marcelo came from. Interesting.
And Dynasty has a body. I think it's sheer. Man, it's so muddy over there on that side of the field. If I was Marcelo, I'd come this way too.
Oh, you know what? There is a move for Marcelo.
Yeah, right up the middle.
Let's see if he goes.
Tyler's bunker.
And then Blake's going to go all the way into D2. So nice couple moves for Blake Yarber. They also have a body in D1s. Good cross-field spread here for San Diego Dynasty. They have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to work with, try to win this game.
Blake down junior 3.
Yeah, I like these proactive moves from Blake. He knows that somebody's got to try to make some moves and help Alex out because everyone's looking at Alex right now.
Yeah, like we talked about, a little bit too defensive here, right, on Houston Heat.
Actually, there's no one looking at Alex right now. Okay, now so it's just Tyler this way. All 3 guns are actually D side. So Marcelo, Ryan, and Alex only have 1 gun this way. Okay, now 2 because Chad George has switched his gun this way. That's just tough. They don't know that. Ooh, they can get the shot in on the Devin.
Nico Hyde?
No, that's Ryan Smith.
Ryan Smith. Yeah, just Houston Heat with a little bit too defensive of a posture here. They needed to get into the first Dorito and the first snake cut if they wanted to just lock this up against Dynasty. Oh, Alex really lucky to get a penalty there. Tyler was begging for it.
Chad George takes the walk. And Ryan's going to go get Tyler now.
Oh, they're running
4
out.
on 2.
They're running out, running out of time though, man.
1 minute, 10 seconds.
Yeah. Not a lot of time to score 2 points. Definitely still possible. It's not the quickest field. Marcelo's going to move up to the 50-yard line. They're pushing the issue across the field. There goes Marcelo. He's going to get his Play the Game podcast business partner. He's going to stitch him up and get him back. And Marcelo Margot's going to crack it open here. Got to run in and preserve the time. Blake Yarber is going to beat Marcelo actually to the box. Beautiful move by Marcelo Margot. Nice job by Ryan. That was a good close here from San Diego Dynasty to keep themselves in this match, but just 48 seconds left to go, still down by 1.
Plenty of time. 2 points. They can get
Plenty
2
of time, as Isaac says. I don't know, man. Mud's getting a little treacherous out there.
It is treacherous, isn't it?
Yeah, Rin. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Blake.
Mike, can you help me?
Kevin Breathauer surrounded by his teammates.
20 seconds.
Getting this crucial play call here.
Yeah,
I mean, Dynasty, no choice but to send it. Not quite full court press, but staggered attack for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting because I have a lot of faith in Dynasty to send it, and I also have a lot of faith in Houston to lock up a send.
Yeah, it's going to be a good point for sure.
So jumping into this next one here, tied up with a ton of time left in this one compared to the other game. 10 minutes and 44 seconds left to go as it's 1-1. And it looks like Uprising going to be losing the first body. Trying to take some ground on that center. Neither team. Well, Jonah Jamrose is in a really good spot. I was going to say neither team dominant off the break, but with the kill in the middle and Jonah, and then also get some ground. Yeah, so aggressive play call here for Infamous. Jonah Jamrose taking ground Snake's side. They get Tim Russell back all the way into D3 and 5 bodies alive cross field. Another body coming off right now for Uprising, so down to 3 on 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Uprising here, Matty.
Yeah, very much in favor of Infamous as long as they can close clean.
Jonah looking good in that snake. Wrapping outside, now looking inside. Uprising player releasing from the spot into the snake insert. Uh-oh. Joe Barrett taking the walk for Infamous, Matt.
That's tough death.
Joe Barrett can, Brett Messer getting pushed around a little bit in that tower now, releasing into that wing that he's been playing so well.
Brett Messer gets out of that tower to get into the wing to help out Jonah with a 1-body advantage. They also have a body out wide in the back corner bunker on the D side behind Tim Brusselback.
Good comms from both teams. Move up the middle here from Uprising.
Yeah,
trying to figure out how to get it.
Look at this move.
Yeah, it's Ormrod.
Oh, and he gets him.
Ooh.
Nice move from Ormrod.
Ormrod fighting his way and gets the drop on Jonah Jamrose.
On the run, too.
Yeah, and I don't even think they know he's there. So he hasn't given away his position. He can go through and get Brett as well.
Yeah, finish the job, man.
Yeah, well, they need it right now because there's another body it looks like walking off for Uprising from the D side.
2 on 2. 3 on 2.
I think this is Silberg.
It was all the way through from the
Sam
deep
Silberg
corner.
with the coast. No, is that Schrader or Silberg?
Someone knows what's up.
He ran from the corner all the way.
Yeah, no hesitation. That was a great move.
He saw it the whole way, too.
I think that
Great
might be.
move.
I think that might be Nate who changed his head wrap up, or it might be Sam.
It kind of looked like Nate.
It did, right?
Let's see the replay.
It's got a long name on his back.
Look at this long run.
Talk me through the replay here.
He comes from the Dorito side corner, bunkers out the 50, and then the God, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm not sure who that was.
Well, Nate didn't have a head wrap on before, so unless he changed it, I think that's Sam. I'm still getting used to Sam being in an Infamous jersey, and I really would like them to put a white border. Travis, white border on the names. Trying to give you guys your shine.
Here we go. Huge point here with Houston Heat and San Diego Dynasty.
Who you guys got?
Ooh, well, I mean, this is Heat's game to lose, right? Or to win, however you want to call it. But you know, this is a tall order for Dynasty. They don't have a lot of time. The field is a little muddy, so it's a little slower. It's not the fastest layout to start with, and they're down by 1. So
How much time's left?
I mean, as far as percentages, you got to give it to Houston Heat.
Well, Dynasty's pulled off harder.
45 seconds left.
They've pulled off harder
Ish,
things.
right around there. Yeah, so 30 seconds to go before the start of this next one. Looks like they're going to put Urena, Shear, Margot, Yarber, and Greenspan out there. Looking like Chad George, Ryan Smith, Tyler Harmon, Dizon, and Fedorov is the starting 5 for Houston Heat.
Let's see who goes.
Yeah, it's a tall order for Dynasty. They go heavy guns up.
Marcelo got a great break on that. Good job, Mark.
Sheer shot off the break as Urena gets into the snake.
5 on 4 advantage here for Houston Heat.
Nice.
Oh, Houston Heat gets shot and gets a penalty. Tyler Harmon drawing the penalty there.
Pulls out Dizon. Fedorov's going to try to get out wide
three,
D-side. He
3 on 2.
does, but they
3 on
lose
3.
Blake Yarber. And then, so Blake Yarber takes a walk. 3 on 3 situation here. There's another
2
body
on
coming
2.
off on the D side. It's going to be Fedorov. So two bodies left alive right now for Houston Heat. But here comes a big move from Mikey Urena. Runs through, switches hands, shoots the second one.
There you go, Mikey.
And he's going to steal the point. He's going to dive in and hit the buzzer
In 17
to
seconds.
tie that game up.
That was a 2 on 2. Mikey Urena just picked up Dynasty, threw him on his shoulders, and won and went that point. Ran down the field and won that point.
Still 17 seconds left to go.
Rich, did I call that? I'm not sure if I called that.
Every time.
Yeah.
I don't know why Matt questions you.
Great move by Mikey Urena. That was amazing.
Well, it took a heroic move. I mean, it was run about as perfectly as it could run. It's saying, hey, way to be, Mikey, way to be. It's going to get, let's do a little replay here. So here's the breakout for Houston Heat. You see Tyler Harmon flinch, and there's the hit. Bam, right there on his back. Now, it's a tough one because he
draws
doesn't
with
know
his
if it
gun.
broke or not. Probably felt that one, though. And then the penalty called. Here comes Mikey Urena. He runs through, shoots him. Right-handed, switches hands. Left-handed, which is his dominant hand, actually. And then runs in, dives and hits the buzzer. 17 seconds left. Pumped up here to tie the game. Again, Dynasty dropped their first match. They won their next one. They need another win out here to assure themselves a spot on Sunday. Beautiful job by Mikey Urena. On the breakout now, it looks like Infamous diving into the snake.
Uprising dropping their first attacker at the center, Maddie. 5-on-4 advantage here for Infamous. 5-on-3 advantage for Infamous as they shoot at the Dorito can for Uprising. Uprising Infamous feeling for the back center to the Dorito can. Looks like it's clean. Also going from Dorito 1, Dorito 2. Some people call that the baby Dorito because it's a little bit smaller.
Infamous, getting out to that baby Dorito 2 with 4 bodies alive. And still 8 minutes left in this one, so totally different scenario here. There's just so much time left. Infamous with the lead. We're looking over the shoulders of Uprising. They're on the blue side of the field. They're in the murdered out black jerseys.
Here goes.
Ooh, looks like Zach Patience back in.
Zach's back, baby.
Yeah, we saw him have some sort of either, I don't know, some muscle pull, something was going on.
Cramp or something.
Could have been a cramp. But
that's what happens when you got all that muscle. You cramp it up.
He's in a pretty good spot right now as he's crawling up in that 50-yard line.
Going out to that outside 50 with the Uprising player in the snake wing posted up on him.
Good communication for both squads right now.
Yep.
Looking at the D side here on your screen for LA Infamous.
Back center for Uprising asking for the check. And he is eliminated. Usually when you're asking for a check, it's because you've been shot.
And that's going to force a quick concession for Coach Omrod. So now Infamous going to go up by another. Uprising needs to answer right now. They got to go blow for blow with Infamous. Infamous is playing really well. They're getting contributions. I mean, Travis is playing a lot of guys. So, I mean, and he's getting contributions from guys. You know, Ryan's playing a lot of points. Thomas has contributed. Callie.
Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall. Looks like, I think that's Sam over there. Nate got a couple spins earlier. Russell Backs contributed. And that's best case for Travis, right? With the deep roster that he has.
More tools, the better, right?
In the pits right now with Infamous. Let's check it out.
Is it me or has Skinny Kevin been working out?
I called it. He called it.
That's
I gave him the big dude. I missed him when he went across it. He was so low. Yeah. They only sent one body through me, so if you see 1/3, and it's way lower than
I mean, yeah,
it's like right in front of you.
I was shooting for the monster dive. I got it in Seattle. So I got lucky my turn.
Hey, we're gonna be next ball. There we go.
Yeah, so I think it might be Nate. Nate threw a head wrap on, or beanie. He had his hair rocking earlier. Pretty easy to spot, but I think he threw a beanie on, so that might be him over there. They were saying silver. Similar builds for them. Travis Mansky talking X's and O's right now with the boys.
I'll go, if we get this point, I'll do a slow play after this. Joe Race.
Hey, what I need to know is if it looks like Tommy's going to launch or if he's going to delay like he did last time. Because if he launches, I burst out and I shoot the head of the snake. If he doesn't, I'm going to burst out and shoot at Graham, who's the only guy that's going to step out and shoot for our snake. Yeah.
Why don't you just default that anyways?
If I make it alive, put pressure on the god, so you have to be inside. I'm going to fly and shoot the god.
Yeah, let's, like if we were playing like a real smart team, should we just bounce out on the red? Try that.
Well, feeling the vibe right now. Infamous feels confident. Having some they should. Having some good conversations in there. Team's looking pretty solid, vibing right now. Great game going down. San Diego Dynasty, Houston Heat. Probably going to see an overtime point with just 17 seconds left on the clock. Pretty big bite off the break here for Heat as they're going to take the insert bunker snake side and then on a delayed launch. Heat loves to steal wins at the end. So does Dynasty. Dynasty loses Marcelo.
He's going for it.
They are definitely going for it. Tyler Harmon's going to launch. He gets diced up. So does Dizon. And the point is going to, they're begging for Dynasty's begging for a penalty. They're not going to get it. As time expires, we're going to see an overtime period here. San Diego Dynasty, Houston Heat locked at 2. We're going to throw 5 minutes on the clock and see who prevails. If we don't get a winner after 5 minutes, we're going to see one-on-ones, which on this field is possible. We haven't seen a ton of 5-minute points, but enough that it is absolutely a probability out here. High-level probability potentially for one-on-ones.
I just love when it's overtime and you got the two best teams in the world duking it out. That's good paintball right there.
Pretty entertaining. It's also fun watching Eric Crandall work that ref down there.
Yeah, he's working him good.
And it's not for this call, it's for the next call, bro. It's for the next call. Eric Crandall had him like he was a rib bone, trying to get that last little bit of meat off of him. Uprising struggling a little bit here. Infamous looking really good.
Yeah, still, this is a different scenario though. There's just a lot of time left. So on the split screen breakout here, Infamous on the blue side, Uprising on the red side. A 5 breaks so far, with Jonah taking some ground, spreading the field. Actually on both sides here for Infamous. They take the back corner bunker D side. Uprising going to be first body to first team to drop a body, and it's from that D side. 4 on 5.
Jonah in that snake one, wrapping and putting pressure. Now looking inside.
Ooh,
Uprising Uprising gets out to the snake the hard way. Oh, Jonah might have got a hard bounce. Oh, it broke.
6:35 left to go. 4 on 4. A little better field position for Infamous on that D side of the field. Russell back in D2. Now better field position for Uprising in the snake. They have 3 bodies this way. Infamous with essentially 1.
Yeah, interesting different matchups there, right?
Yeah,
right now releasing.
Yeah, so Messer has been very competent here in this position, holding this lane down. Can he make the shot again? We will see, as Uprising's at that 50 as we crack the 6-minute mark. Uprising also the body behind their first attacker here, 50-yard line. Next body, insert bunker snake side, also mirroring up Messer with the body at the wedge. Joe Barrett, the insert bunker for Infamous, outside wide, snake side, and back center. And then Russell back on an island over there on the D side. When we say on an island, that means that he's the only person on that side and he cannot die. If you're on an island and you die, it really puts your team in a bad spot, because then there's no one over there to present any sort of threat.
Uprising now moving up to the center to watch over his snake player. They can cross it up from the 50 snake and the 50 brick. Infamous looks like they're okay to just sit back and shoot their guns up. Sit back and relax and enjoy their lead. A lot of time left though. Ended up being a nice afternoon. Wind's died down a little bit.
The wind has definitely died down a bit, thank God. It was being a straight wind tunnel out here for about 6 hours. And now it's very pleasant. Not a cloud in the sky, perfect paintball weather. So there's still 2-point lead looking over the shoulders here for Infamous out on that D side with Russell back.
Yeah,
oh, and they get the
caught.
drop in on Uprising as he's forced to take the walk, and that's really going to help things here for Infamous, because again, they have a 2-point lead to protect. There's 4:20 left to go. Uprising has to present some sort of offensive threat. They need this win. Uprising did beat Notorious by 2 on day 1, but that was the only game that they played. And then they lost to Heat by 3.
Uprising sneaks in from snake 1 to snake 2, Matt.
And also, Rich, Isaac, Uprising's last game's against Dynasty.
Oh, they'll be fine.
They're fired up right now, so.
No, I wouldn't worry about that.
If they lose this one, they cannot lose it by much more than this, because now they got to go get that win against Dynasty, which is always a tall order.
Well, it'll be interesting if Dynasty loses, and then they're playing a team that has nothing to lose. Yeah, we could have a bad situation for Dynasty.
Yeah, that's always tough, right? When you're playing the team that's already out.
Spoilers.
Yeah, but a lot of it does come down to this. I mean, no matter what, Uprising does have a win, so they're not completely out. Because if you get the win against Dynasty, you go 2-2, you have a chance. It just depends on spread, right? You can't have that negative spread. 2-2 negative spread, 90% chance you're going home.
Especially those 2 brackets of death. Those scores are going to be weird over there.
Yeah, it was just tough for Uprising because they are in, I would say, bracket of death or bracket of murder, Rich, as you were saying. As bodies are dropping right now, here comes the push from Joe Barrett as he comes and runs down Graham Arnold.
That was good.
Sacrifices his body. Doesn't matter. That's all that it really took. And
yeah, he got the last two.
Yeah, Messer's going to wave him off.
Just burn that clock
and that might do it. So now it's a 4-1 game, 2:55 left. That spread, way the field's playing, way Infamous is playing, I mean, it's up to Uprising. Prove us wrong, but they're going to have to push into these guns. Infamous looks dialed. And props to Brett Messer. He's been working at his game for the past couple years to earn playing time. He's getting out there, he's getting it done.
Yep, becoming a strong starter for Infamous.
It's tough to get playing time on any of these top teams.
For sure.
Especially for a team that's desperate for a win, right? You know, because
especially if you're not a small little fast guy, right? If you're like the bigger, you know, smarter guy,
yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Messer's a very successful businessman. He's a smart dude, but he's also 6'1", 200 pounds. You know, he's not a little dude.
If you can take the snake on the break, it's pretty easy to get a spot on top pro team. If you can't, it's a whole different discussion. 5-on-5.
Overtime.
Oh, Fedorov taking the early walk from the Dorito corner. He's died over there a few points for Houston Heat. Archie and Snake 1, Chad George and 50 Snake. Archie communicating really well that they have a one-body advantage.
Tense moments here in overtime. San Diego Dynasty versus Houston Heat. Houston Heat first to the 50, though.
Yeah, Dynasty with 4 center Snake side, and Chris Shear, the only guy for Dynasty on the D sides. He's in the D1.
Rich, you got a better angle. Is that
yes,
George or Kelly at the 50 here for Houston Heat?
I'm assuming it's Chad George.
I'm assuming it is too, but I can't tell from the angle.
If he turns and looks the other way, I'll be able to see his back right now.
Well, it's definitely Archie and Ryan over here on the Snake side for San Diego Dynasty. Tyler Harmon's at the wedge, and I like Tyler at the wedge more than the tower, so great job to make sure he's getting forward.
Yeah, Archie sees that he's there. He calls Seattle, which is their code for that bunker, Seattle, Seattle, letting Ryan know so that Ryan moves in behind him so that Ryan can help Archie work in a 2-on-1 situation to try to isolate Tyler Harmon.
Yeah, it's definitely Chad George. Just better field position here for Houston Heat. So I'm just wondering, is Chad going to just stay posted, or is he going to set a trap here and back up and then hope that Archie runs him down and Tyler can get that kill? It's just Tyler looking this way.
Yep.
The other guns are shifting towards that D side, try to keep Dynasty honest. And Tyler switched off real quick, now back on the Snake lane.
I think Marcelo's gun's down. I think it's been down this whole game. I saw him messing with it in the back center. Now I see him pushing on the power buttons again. This might actually be a 4-on-4.
Worst case scenario here.
Yeah, let me know if you see him shoot his gun, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is where Marcelo just lives and thrives in these moments. Okay,
he got it going. He's just kind of sample firing it right now. You know, if he can get a couple balls out of it, he might think about coming inside and running Chad George.
Archie's got his squeegee in his gun. We have some Dynasty gun problems here.
Or paint. We don't know.
Yeah, it's been a weird weekend for paint, too.
Yeah.
It was 49 degrees when we woke up.
I was talking to Marcelo about it. It's kind of one of those weird events, right? Where like a hurricane or a tornado almost comes in.
Yeah.
Impact's dropping games. Dynasty's dropping games.
Archie making his way up the Snake here to the 50.
Battle going down right now. Chad George, Archie Montemayor. Both looking inside. Hand signals for Chad. Neither one of them touching the bunker. They're about to engage down this sideline. Most likely they'll trade.
No shadows at this point.
Yeah, the sun is high enough above that you can see nothing on the shadows quite yet.
Highway move from either one of these guys would be amazing right now.
Yeah, because Tyler's looking towards the D side. He's not looking over Chad right now. Ooh, so Chad gives off the lane, then right back on it. Oh, he hit the bunker. Did you see that?
Yep.
Archie hit the bunker a little bit. It allowed Chad to go, but protecting. Ryan Greenspan gets that kill.
Blake Yarbrough is also eliminated on the mat, so it's a 3-on-3 now.
Tense moments here in overtime. Down to 1:33. We might see an overtime. We might see one-on-ones.
Don't get me excited, Matt. Come on.
Oh, looks like Marcelo Margot gets eaten up over as he had transitioned all the way to the D side. Now just 2 bodies left alive right now for Dynasty with a minute and 22 seconds left to go.
I love Mark. If his gun's down, that's what I want him to do. I want him to try to push up there and cross some guns.
Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely. But now Tyler catches one as well, too. So with the 2-on-2 situation, that even has a higher chance now of the one-on-ones.
Oh, Ryan Greenspan.
He lives.
Yeah. Dodges a laser.
Filter out wide for Ryan. Yeah, so Ryan Smith.
Yeah, Smith is on the inside cut. Dorito corner is also on that Dorito cut. No one on Ryan Greenspan. And again, if you're playing against Dynasty and you're closing out the game and you want to win, put most of your guns on Ryan Greenspan. He's pretty good at this.
Greenspan on your screen here at the insert bunker, Snake side.
They haven't even looked at him.
42 seconds left to go.
Smith.
And And here comes Ronnie Dizon. Ronnie Dizon's going to go all the way coast to coast to try to get the drop on Chris Shearer. Chris Shearer eats him up, and Chris Shearer's now, and then they get the shot in on Smith, and Ryan Greenspan and Chris Shearer are going to steal this win from Houston Heat in overtime. Give Houston Heat their first loss of the tournament. Dynasty now on the board with 2 wins, and they absolutely obliterated Notorious. So just taking a 1 point on the positive point spread here, but they're a +7 today, heading in to their last game. 3 games for Dynasty because of the weather delay yesterday. They're going to play Uprising. I thought for a second we were getting 1-on-1s, but no, we did not get that blessing.
I was excited.
Paintball gods, but we still got a lot of paintball to go, man. We got 2 more sets. We got the youth championship. We got the mechanical 5-man, all trying to shoehorn it in before dark. Good job. There he is, Chris Shearer. He was part of their win at the first event. And, man, amazing job by Ryan Greenspan as well, too. Still some more game left to go with Infamous and Uprising.
Hey, way to fight on that guy. Just kept turning off. Great fucking match. Yeah.
Marcelo saying what happened to his gun. It sounded like it just kept turning off. Interesting.
Uprising starting early, losing a body on the break.
Patient getting shot off the break, so it's a 4-on-4.
Infamous gets out from that baby Dorito, goes for the Dorito 4. No one really in a position to stop him. They do go to the tower now, which can stop him, but he's already past that gap. A little bit of a late fill there.
Graham Arnold filters out wide. There goes another body for Uprising to try to get out behind, I believe, Scotty Knight. So a little bit better crossfield spread here for Uprising. I think a little bit more forward progression for Infamous. Yeah, he's at that 50-yard line, leaning in, though, into that 50-yard line. Ref's going to give him a check. Graham Arnold is going to try to get inside to get a better angle on that shot.
Big move over here on the Snake side for Uprising, Matt. All the way to the 50 Snake from the Snake insert.
Yeah, I can't
Nobody's watching him.
Yeah, I can't believe Infamous let him go pretty. I mean, he just went through about 5 different spots.
Yeah, very poor zone control.
Here comes a big move from Uprising to try to drop the hammer on that side. He does get that kill clean. Another body coming off for Infamous. Not looking good for Infamous in this point. Minute and 39 seconds left. Uprising clawing themselves back into a closer match, though. Graham Arnold still has some speed, and he's going to run in there and hit that buzzer to preserve time. 2-point spread, little under minute 30 to go.
It's possible.
Yeah, still a big ask, right, Zizek? But yeah, so we'll be in true X ball now with the conclusion of the Dynasty Heat match. Dynasty taking that 1-point victory in overtime to go 2-1 total for the prelims. Last game versus Uprising here. Yeah, so Zizek, we got Zizek Barrow up here, paintball nerd. Got any interviews coming up here, Zizek? Anything we should be watching for?
I do. I've got Todd Adamson, the legend Todd Adamson is coming up. I've got, who else do I got? Cody Mikowski coming up.
Nice. Rich Telford, Matty Marshall, you know.
Rich Telford did it. I'd love to get Matty Marshall.
Unfortunately, you can't afford Matty Marshall.
I'm down.
You got to pay the Rich Telford prices. Sorry.
Pat Kraft, I'd love to get. Damian Ryan, I'd love to get. They know, though. They know.
I can make sure that Pat Kraft one happens.
Make sure that happens.
I can probably make sure the Damien one happens, too.
Yeah, they're dodgy.
Yes, they are both dodgy customers.
Yeah, and then you've been going around with Dylan, getting some kind of, I wouldn't say behind the scenes stuff, but what have you been working on here at the event?
Yeah, it's kind of like paintball lifestyle content, I'd call it. You know, we're asking people what they love about paintball, why they're coming out here, you know, what they're sacrificing to come out here for. You know, a lot of people take time away from their family and their jobs, and why do they do that? So that's what we're getting. You know, it is kind of behind the scenes, isn't it?
Yeah, a little behind the scenes, but absolutely also kind of lifestyle stuff. Call it the meat of it, right?
The meat.
You know, because, yeah, there's a lot of frosting in paintball, a lot of colors, a lot of sights, a lot of sounds, but the meat of it is the why, right? Like, what's your why? Why do you do anything? Obviously, we got to, you got to make money, you got to take care of your kids, you got to take care of your family, but there's other stuff there that's kind of the meat of your soul, and paintball adds a lot to that for people, so.
And I think a lot of people don't know what it takes, you know?
Jumping into this next one here. 2-point spread, man. Uprising got a chance. See if they can do it. Need a good break. 5 alive for Uprising, and they are running up the field, and they do get a kill on that D side. Tim Brusselback trying to get off craftily, sneakily. Let's see if Uprising can pick it up. Uprising's going to be losing Ormrod, though, from that wedge.
And
they're also going to be losing another body, too.
And another one.
Ooh, and a penalty.
4-on-2 advantage for Infamous as Uprising pushes up the D side with their 2 attackers. They lose. Nope, still alive.
Body coming off right now. Another one for Infamous
Joe
from
Barrett.
that D side.
Joe Barrett coming through the snake side. Gets the last body for Uprising. Oh, no, there's
one-on-one,
Matt.
Yeah, Joe Barrett's still alive here, snake side, and Uprising going to just...
He's going to get that buzzer.
Oh, he's going all the way through, but Barrett makes his shot, so it was kind of too big of a bite for Uprising. He had a little bit of, actually, you know what? I'm not criticizing that at all. He only had 24 seconds left to go. He had to send it, and Barrett just made a shot. So Uprising player was doing what he needed to, the only thing he could do in that situation, and then Barrett just clocked in, made an accurate shot, and he's going to wait until we get down to about 6 seconds. He's going to hit that buzzer. Infamous is going to put their 5th point on the board, and they're looking pretty good here at this event. Infamous with the win over Notorious today. And then yesterday they beat Dynasty. Infamous still has one more game to go, but it's going to be against Houston Heat. And that is going to do it here for this set. 2 more sets to go in the prelims for the Pro Division. Next up is going to be Tampa Bay Damage taking on Legion. Hurricanes and Diesel 2023. And XL Lone Star Majors. Isaac, thank you so much. Check out Paintball Nerd on Instagram, all the stuff he's doing to tell some stories. I'm Matty Marshall. We're going to be right back here on Go Sports. Stick with us.